The bouquet we're making mainly consists of several parts: Phalaenopsis orchids, 5-petal flowers, oxalis, roses, pom-pom flowers, calla lilies, ferns, and tassels. First, let's learn the edging technique for Phalaenopsis orchids. Phalaenopsis orchids come in two sizes, small and large. A flower mainly has 3 parts: large petals, small petals, and sepals. Now, I'll show you how to make the large motif for a large Phalaenopsis orchid. Take the yarn and thread it through the hook. Start by making 9 chain stitches. This first chain stitch does not count as a stitch, then make another 9 chain stitches. Then work a starting chain. Next, count back to the second stitch from the hook, and start working the first round. Work a single crochet. Pull the yarn through. There are now 2 loops on the hook. Pull through both loops to complete a single crochet. Continue pulling yarn through the next stitch. Work a single crochet. The third single crochet goes into the third stitch. Pull the yarn through. Work a single crochet. Continue working 1 single crochet into each stitch. When you reach the last stitch before the corner, work 3 single crochets into that same stitch. First work a single crochet, then continue with a second and third single crochet in the same stitch. Take a look, our piece has now been turned. Then work a single crochet into the next stitch. 1 stitch corresponds to 1 single crochet. During the crocheting process, you can also weave in the yarn tails at the same time. In the last stitch, work another single crochet. Now you can see this side of our piece has 8 single crochets. There are also 8 single crochets on this side, and the middle stitch has 3 single crochets. The first round is now complete. Insert the hook back into the first single crochet stitch, and pull through a loop. There are 2 loops on the hook. Pull the outer loop through the inner loop to complete the slip stitch of the first round. That finishes the first round. Now work a beginning chain. For the second round, work a single crochet into the first stitch. Continue by working another single crochet into the same stitch. This completes a single crochet increase in the first stitch. Then work 1 single crochet into each stitch as they correspond. Next, you'll reach the 3 single crochets from the previous round. Work a single crochet increase into the first stitch. That means working 2 single crochets into the same stitch. For the middle stitch, work 3 single crochets. Just like the first round, work 3 single crochets into the same stitch. Then for the last middle stitch, work a single crochet increase. Both sides are symmetrical. So for the middle stitch, work 1 single crochet per stitch. Then when you reach the last stitch of the second round, work a single crochet increase. Insert the hook back into the first single crochet stitch. After joining with a slip stitch, we'll start crocheting the third round. The third round is where we'll insert the wire. We'll cut a piece of wire and fold it in half. Place the folded wire between the yarn and the hook. Work a starting chain. Then, work a single crochet increase into the first stitch. Work a single crochet into the second stitch, making sure to crochet over the wire as you go. Work a double crochet increase into the third stitch, meaning 2 double crochets in the same stitch. First, yarn over the hook, insert into the third stitch, yarn over again, and pull through. There are 3 loops on the hook now. Yarn over and pull through 2 loops, yarn over again, and pull through the remaining 2 loops to complete the double crochet, then yarn over again, and insert into the same stitch to work the next double crochet, yarn over and pull through 2 loops, then yarn over again, and pull through the remaining 2 loops to complete a double crochet increase. For the next 4 stitches, we need to work a double crochet 2 in 1 in each, yarn over the hook twice, then insert into the first stitch, yarn over and pull through 2 loops, then yarn over again, and pull through 2 more. Yarn over and pull through 2 loops to complete a treble crochet. Yarn over again, and pull through the same stitch. Now there are 4 loops on the hook. Yarn over and pull through the first 2 loops. 2 treble crochets in the same stitch complete a treble crochet increase. In the second stitch, do the same, complete the first treble crochet first. Then work another treble crochet in the same stitch. Complete the second treble crochet increase, then continue with the third treble crochet increase. The fourth treble crochet increase. While crocheting, we've been hiding the wire inside. Now we've completed 4 treble crochet increases. Then work a single treble crochet in the next stitch. Just work 1 treble crochet. Now we'll start decreasing. When decreasing, here we'll do a double crochet increase, work 2 double crochets in 1 stitch. Work a single double crochet in the next stitch below. In the following stitch, we need to work a half double crochet. First, yarn over, insert into the stitch below to work, yarn over and pull through. There are 3 loops on the hook, yarn over and pull through all 3 to complete a half double crochet. Work a single crochet in the next stitch below. Then work 3 single crochets in the middle stitch. Work 3 single crochets in the same stitch. It's symmetrical, so work a single crochet in the next stitch. Then proceed with a half double crochet, a double crochet, a double crochet increase, followed by a treble crochet. Then work 4 treble crochet increases. The first one, the second one, the third one, the fourth one. Then work a double crochet increase. Then work a single crochet. Work a single crochet increase in the last stitch, which means 2 single crochets in 1 stitch. Then insert the hook back into the first single crochet stitch. Join with a slip stitch. You can just cut the yarn loop directly. So 1 large petal for the butterfly orchid is now completed. The first 2 rounds of the large petal and the small petal are exactly the same in technique. I won't demonstrate that part again, and I'll go straight to teaching you how to work the third round. We'll follow the chart to complete rounds 1 and 2, then move on to the third round for the small petal. Same as before, we need to insert the wire in advance. Then work the third round, start with a beginning chain. Work a single crochet increase in the first stitch. Then work 1 single crochet per stitch. Work and tuck the wire in as you go. When you reach the middle 3 stitches, work a single crochet increase in the first stitch. Then work a single crochet in the middle stitch. Next, chain 3. Then insert the hook back into the middle stitch, and work another single crochet. On the symmetrical side, work a single crochet increase. Then continue with 1 single crochet per stitch. In the last stitch, work a single crochet increase, then insert the hook back into the first stitch. Yarn over, pull through, complete a slip stitch, then cut the yarn. The small petal and large petal are now both completed. Next is the method for making the sepal part. With this multicolor yarn we have here, we'll take the yellow section. You can also wind out the yellow part in advance for making the sepal, same as before, yarn over, and the first stitch doesn't count. Work 6 chain stitches, and hold on to the 6th chain. Insert the hook back into the chain stitch you're holding. Take the wire mesh we prepared in advance. Fold it properly. Place it on top. Yarn over, pull through. Now there are 2 loops on the hook. Yarn over and pull through both loops to complete a single crochet. Work a single crochet into the next stitch. First insert the hook. Continue placing the wire on top. Yarn over and pull through. Complete the second single crochet. Next is the third single crochet. The wire is always kept on top of the hook. Yarn over and work the third single crochet. Fourth single crochet. Fifth single crochet. Sixth single crochet. Complete the sepal part, then pull the yarn through and cut the yarn. The wire has now been wrapped into the sepal part. For the large petal, we need to embroider the veins. First take a piece of yarn and split one strand out. Fold it in half, use 2 strands together. Hold the yarn. Insert the needle from the middle part. Go upwards and pass through the middle position again. Continue back through the middle position. This creates the vein, and it's symmetrical on both sides. We find the symmetrical position. Continue to embroider the vein. Pay attention, when embroidering, try to flatten the petal. Make sure the yarn stays straight. Then tuck the yarn tail into the thread. Try not to let it show. Cut it directly. This petal is now done. After we've completed 2 large petals, 3 small petals, and 1 sepal, it's time to join them together. First, let's understand how they should be arranged. The sepal is in the middle position. Then the 2 large petals are on the sides. It's roughly arranged like this. Next, twist the wire together. Then adjust the flower shape in detail. After adjusting, continue to tighten the wire. Take our floral tape and start wrapping from the base. At the position of the yarn tail, wrap a few more rounds. Gradually wrap downward. You don't need to wrap all the way to the bottom, just until all the yarn tails are tucked in. You can cut the tape now. That one is already finished. The small Phalaenopsis orchid has the same parts as the large one. It's just different in the starting stitch count. We can follow the pattern chart starting stitch number, and crochet the small Phalaenopsis orchid using the same method. After crocheting 3 small ones and 3 large ones, we need to connect them into one Phalaenopsis orchid. We've wrapped all the flower stems with floral tape. Now take one orchid. It should have a blooming shape, bending upward at about the 5 cm position. Then insert the second orchid flower. Arrange them so they intersect but don't overlap. The petals can be shaped as desired. The advantage of using wire is that you can shape it. Let's take a look. From the front side, they should not overlap at all. Then take the floral tape. Wrap the 2 flowers together, leaving about 5 cm free on the second one. Wrap upward. Wrap up to the 5 cm position. Then continue adding the third flower. Fold it at about 5 to 6 cm first. Wrap it inward. Continue wrapping upward. The spacing can be adjusted based on your preference. Try to make the flowers face forward when blooming. For larger orchids, you can increase the spacing a bit. You can bend it to around 6 cm and make it face forward. Wrap them together. Adjust while wrapping, depending on the situation. Keep wrapping upward like this. Continue adding petals, start by folding. Then wrap it on. During the process, you can also twist the wire into one strand. Wrap a bit further back to prevent the wire from showing. Then add the last one. Fold first, then wrap. Wrap it tightly. Keep wrapping until the end position. Trim off and secure the tail. That's how you make an orchid. Now let's learn how to crochet a calla lily. The stitch pattern is mostly the same as before. We'll mainly teach you the way to cast on. First, wrap around your finger twice. Forming 2 loops, pinch the intersection point and bring the yarn through. Pinch tight. Then insert the hook into the loop, chain 3 stitches, which does not count as a stitch. Then make 5 double crochets. Tighten the loop. Tighten it completely. Tighten it like this, then we'll move on to the second row. Start with 3 turning chains, then turn the piece over. Work a double crochet in the first stitch. Work a double crochet in the second stitch. Work a DC 2-in-1 in the third stitch. The stitch technique has been taught earlier, please refer to the pattern chart for details. Here, I mainly want to teach you the back and forth crocheting method. Then work the last stitch in the turning chain of the previous row. Continue by chaining 3 for the third row. Turn the piece over. Work a double crochet in the first stitch. Then we'll keep repeating this starting chain. Turning and working back and forth until this calla lily petal section is done. There's no special new stitch technique involved here. When we reach the single crochet decrease on the 13th row, I'll show you how to work a single crochet decrease. Now we should be at the 13th row. At both the beginning and end of row 13, there's a single crochet decrease. Start with a beginning chain, then turn the piece over. Insert into the first stitch and pull up a loop. Continue by inserting into the next loop beside it, and pulling up another loop. There are 3 loops on the hook. Pull through all 3 loops at once to complete a single crochet decrease. Then continue working around the row. Now there are only 2 stitches left in this row. Work a single crochet decrease. Insert into the first stitch, yarn over and pull through. Then insert into the second stitch, yarn over and pull through. Pull through all 3 loops at once to complete the single crochet decrease at the end of this row. Continue to row 14, starting again with a single crochet decrease. So we'll follow this pattern to complete the last row. Now we're going to crochet the edging for the calla lily. For this round, we need to weave in 3 pieces of wire, each 60 centimeters long. Then take the variegated green yarn we're using for this part. Work 1 stitch out. Then place the wire into the position between the yarn and the fabric, and make a chain stitch to start. In 1 stitch, work a single crochet followed by 2 chain stitches. Continue with a single crochet and 2 chain stitches. For each stitch, work a single crochet plus 2 chain stitches. We'll continue following this pattern. Now we've reached the middle stitch. We'll work a picket stitch in the middle. The picket stitch is very simple, just work 3 chain stitches. Then insert the hook back into the first chain stitch, and slip stitch to complete the picket. For the remaining stitches, continue with a single crochet and 2 chain stitches. Continue according to the pattern chart. Now we've reached the corner position. At this position, still work a single crochet plus 2 chain stitches. Then we'll begin crocheting horizontally. For the single crochet row, work a single crochet plus 2 chain stitches. 1 row corresponds to 1 single crochet, and work 2 chain stitches. When we reach the double crochet section, work 2 sets of a single crochet plus 2 chain stitches. Work 2 sets. The next row will also have 2 sets. Then continue following this pattern. Remember, the wire should always be facing downward. After completing the last stitch, work 2 chain stitches, then insert the hook back into the first stitch, and slip stitch. Then weave in the yarn tail. Now we can shape it into the form of a calla lily. Next is the part for the calla lily center. Start with a magic ring, and the turning chain does not count as a stitch. Work 6 single crochets. Then pull it out and tighten the yarn tail. After tightening, insert it back into the first single crochet stitch. Work a single crochet. Then work a single crochet in the next stitch, continuing in a spiral without end. Just keep going like this, working a single crochet into every stitch as long as there are stitches. Keep going, work 15 rows like this. 15 rows, which equals 90 single crochets. Just keep working following this method. Take a look, this is the center part we finished crocheting. Take 2 wires around 50 centimeters long. First fold them in half to make 4 strands. Then roughly measure the length, and start twisting them together. Twist them until it's about the same length as the flower center. Twist it until it reaches this point. Then push it inside. Thread the wire through any stitch at the base. The position doesn't matter, the main goal is to secure the wire and the piece together. This way it won't come off. Then, place the center part into the middle of the calla lily. Since there's a lot of wire inside, you can shape it into your preferred form. Twist the bottom wires together as well. Wrap them with paper tape. And that's it, one calla lily is finished. Next is the crocheting method for the goose palm flower. Start with a magic ring. Then make 3 turning chains, count them as 1 double crochet. Continue by making 11 double crochets. Tighten the starting loop. Join with a slip stitch in the 3rd turning chain of the round. After completing the first round, make another 3 turning chains. Then in the stitch of this turning chain position, make 1 more double crochet. For all the remaining stitches, work a double crochet increase in each. That means 2 double crochets in each stitch. Then go back to the position of the 3rd chain stitch, and join with a slip stitch. From now until the 6th round, it will be done with a combination of double crochets and double crochet increases. We'll crochet according to the chart until the 6th round. After completing the 6th round following the chart, we'll have a circle. In the 7th round, we're going to shape this circle into a heart. In this round, we need to insert 2 wires. Place the wire here, then make a turning chain. In the first stitch, make a single crochet. Then below that, work a double crochet increase. Next, work a treble crochet increase. Next is a single treble crochet, followed by a treble crochet increase. Then another treble crochet. And then we'll complete this round following the chart. In this round, we need to insert wires. These stitch techniques we've already taught you before. Once we finish crocheting, we'll have a leaf-shaped heart. Then cut the yarn. In the 8th round, we'll also need to insert 2 wires again. On this side, we need to change colors. Find the new yarn. Work a single crochet in each stitch. Then add a chain stitch. Each stitch corresponds to a combination of 1 single crochet and 1 chain stitch. We'll follow this method to complete the entire round. Once this round is finished, we'll do a slip stitch as usual. Then pull out the yarn. Leave a long yarn tail, about 1.5 meters. Pull it out and lay the leaf flat. Then twist the wire to secure it in place. Then, with the yarn tail we left, we'll do the vein sewing, working slip stitches. Slip stitch at the center axis of the middle row. We'll push the needle to the wrong side of the piece. Then pull the yarn tail from the back. Slip stitch. Continue pulling the yarn tail from the back, slip stitch. Still insert the needle on the wrong side, bring the yarn from the back. Slip stitch on the right side. We'll first finish the center axis part, slip stitching by pulling the yarn from the wrong side. Let's go over it again. Pull the yarn through from the wrong side, slip stitch 1 time for each row. Keep slip stitching all the way to the top. Then pull out the yarn tail. Bring it back to the wrong side. Skip 3 stitches, then hook the yarn tail back. Actually, you can also use a needle, but first we'll demonstrate how to hook it out using a crochet hook. Then follow the middle vein. And just like this, back and forth, embroider along the vein. I'll demonstrate once. Just like this, follow the center axis to embroider the vein. This doesn't require any special technique, there's no specific pattern. Because in nature, the veins on leaves grow very randomly. So we just follow this method to sew the leaf vein. Or you can also use a crochet hook, either way works. After finishing the vein on the front side, we'll hide the yarn tail to the back side. Trim it off. After finishing this vein, we usually encounter one problem. That is, the thread looks too straight, or it doesn't blend well with the leaf. At this point, we take 1 single strand from the 4 strands of cotton yarn, pass it through from the bottom. Along the fabric piece, weave this yarn tail into the fabric. Connect the vein thread with the main fabric piece. Everyone can see now it's barely noticeable. Let me do another one. Then you'll see that the fabric piece and the thread are secured together. Using this method, we connect the vein thread with the main piece. Now take a look at both sides. This side here hasn't been sewn. The sewn side lies much flatter, but you can't really see the difference. After finishing this vein, just wrap the bottom wire with paper tape or masking tape. Then you can shape it a bit to mimic its natural form. This tassel is crocheted using mohair yarn. First, take out the mohair yarn. We need to crochet with 3 strands together, so pull out an extra section. Then combine them into 3 strands. And crochet the edging with a crochet hook. Start by chaining 3 stitches. Return to the position of the first chain stitch. Slip stitch to complete a picket. Next, chain 5 more stitches. Then make another picket, which is a slip stitch back at the first chain position. Complete the second picket, then connect with 5 chain stitches in the middle. The third picket. Continue with 5 chain stitches. Just follow this pattern to finish crocheting the tassel. Crochet as many tassels as you want. The remaining mohair yarn can all be used to make pom-poms. Then we'll start making the pom-poms. First, cut a small piece of paper, about 2.5 centimeters wide. Then cut 3 pieces of wire, each around 40 to 50 centimeters long, and cut a notch in the middle. Attach the wires like this, and then we can begin. Wrap the yarn around the paper piece like this. After wrapping, try to gather all the mohair yarn together. Push everything toward the center and twist all the wires into one bundle. Twist the wires as tightly as possible. Then cut the mohair yarn from the middle on the wrong side. We'll also cut this piece from the middle on the wrong side. After cutting, take it out and hold the pom-pom. Adjust the pom-pom evenly on both sides. Keep twisting the wire to tighten it. Once it's tight enough, trim the pom-pom. Then we can trim the pom-pom into a nice round shape. The rose includes 4 small petals, 3 medium petals, and 5 large petals. Let me explain how to make the small petals. Start with an adjustable magic ring. Yarn loop with the thread. Make 1 stitch. You've cast on 1 stitch. Then make 8 single crochets. Pull tight the starting loop. Tighten the yarn loop. Try to tighten it as much as possible. Insert the hook back into the first single crochet stitch, and make a slip stitch. Round 1 is complete. Let's move on to round 2. First make a beginning chain, then work a single crochet increase in the first stitch. Make 1 single crochet first, then another single crochet in the same stitch. That's a single crochet increase. Continue with a single crochet increase in the next stitch, meaning 2 single crochets in the same stitch. We need to make 7 groups of single crochet increases. And in the last stitch, just make 1 single crochet. Then insert the hook back into the first single crochet stitch. Make a slip stitch to complete round 2. Now let's continue to round 3. First make a beginning chain. Work a single crochet in the first stitch, another single crochet in the second stitch, and another single crochet in the third stitch. So far we've made 3 single crochets. Then work a single crochet in the next stitch, and add a chain stitch, creating a group of 1 single crochet and 1 chain stitch. Then work 9 of these groups in the following stitches. In the remaining 3 stitches, just make single crochets. Then make a slip stitch to complete round 3. Then pull out the yarn. Cut the yarn. So a small motif is completed. Now let's continue with the medium-sized petals. Still start with a magic ring. First, work 2 chain stitches as a turning chain, then work 7 half double crochets. Then, just like the small motif, tighten the loop. Then make a slip stitch in the second turning chain to join. Completing the first round. For the second round, make 2 chain stitches as a half double crochet. Work half double crochet increases in the next 7 stitches. 2 chains plus 1 half double crochet counts as 1 half double crochet increase. The following 6 stitches are all half double crochet increases, meaning you work 2 half double crochets in 1 stitch. First, yarn over. For the last stitch, just work 1 half double crochet, then make a slip stitch in the second turning chain to finish the round. Now continue to the third round. First work a turning chain. Work a single crochet in the first stitch. Work another single crochet in the second stitch. Then work a combination of 11 single crochets and chain stitches. First, work a single crochet, then a chain stitch. Each of these combinations counts as 1. For the last 2 stitches, work 2 single crochets. Make a slip stitch in the first single crochet stitch. Pull to break the yarn. The medium-sized petal is now completed. Finally, let's learn how to make the large petal. Start the same way with an adjustable magic ring. In the first round, work 15 double crochets. First work 3 turning chains. This counts as 1 double crochet. Then work 14 double crochets. Tidy up the yarn tails. Tighten the ring. Be sure to pull the yarn tails tight. Make a slip stitch at the position of the third chain stitch. Next, we'll insert the wire in the second round. Cut a piece of wire about 30 to 40 centimeters long. Fold it in half from the middle. Place the wire at this position. Then start working the second round. First, work 3 chain stitches, then continue with a double crochet in the first stitch. Make a double crochet increase. Continue with a double crochet increase in the second stitch. While crocheting, insert the wire inside as well. Third stitch, still a double crochet increase. Fourth stitch, double crochet increase. Fifth stitch, sixth stitch. Seventh stitch. Then work a half double crochet in the 8th stitch, followed by a single crochet. Ninth stitch, a single crochet followed by a half double crochet. All remaining stitches are double crochet increases. Adjust the wire length to make it as even as possible. Finish with a slip stitch. Cut the loop open. Refer to the demonstration and crochet all the petals for the rose as needed. First, take the small petal. Roll one piece up. Then overlap the second piece. Continue by rolling up the third piece. Overlap the fourth piece. Let them overlap each other. Then take out the pins. Slightly secure it in place. Secure the general shape well. Take the sewing thread. Try to use the color of the outermost wired edge for sewing. Sew from any starting point at the bottom. Try to keep the thread hidden. Sew back and forth. Be careful with the shaping pins. Make sure all four pieces are sewn together. You can also use pliers to pull it a bit. Once securely sewn, remove the shaping pins. For the finishing thread, tie a knot or a double knot at the bottom. After tying the double knot, the rose will become very sturdy. Trim off the excess yarn tails. For the medium petals, note that they have two sides. This side is the outer side. Take a look, it will form a shape like this. Still just one petal. Including this petal. Try to overlap them as much as possible. 3 petals can wrap around the rose. Continue positioning with shaping pins. Be careful with the shaping pins, they're sharp. Keep sewing the bottom part. If the bottom is sewn tightly, the petals will look like they're blooming. If you sew too high up, the flower will look like it's still a bud. So try to sew towards the bottom. It gives a blooming look, while sewing higher up gives a budding look. You can sew according to different needs. The higher up you sew, the less it will look like it's blooming. Same as before, tie a knot on the yarn tail at the bottom after sewing. Trim the excess yarn tail. Then remove the shaping pins. And make a few adjustments. Continue sewing securely. Try to hide the yarn as much as possible towards the bottom. Adjust the shape of the flower. You can take a look at how I positioned it. Try to stagger the petals to mimic the look of real flower petals. Be very careful, when using it, don't prick your hands. Without using shaping pins, the petals tend to shift around, making it a bit more difficult to sew together, and you won't be able to adjust them into a beautiful petal shape. I suggest securing them with shaping pins. Take a look, in the end they press against each other forming a spiral pattern. The general positioning is still the same, sewing from the bottom. Then start sewing. Be careful not to prick your hands. Definitely pay attention to safety. Sewing requires patience. Sew a few more times to make it secure and tight. You can leave the yarn tail a bit longer, but not too long. Then pass through the middle a few more times. Adjust the shape of the flower. Once it's sewn, gather the wires at the bottom and twist them together. Then take the green paper tape. Starting from the base, wrap around to cover all the yarn tails and messy parts. Keep wrapping continuously. While wrapping, you can also adjust the position of the flower. Once covered, trim off the excess. That's how a rose is made. Now let's learn the crochet method for a 5-petal tulip. Not counting the starting chain, work 7 chain stitches. Go back and work 1 single crochet in the second chain from the hook. Work 1 single crochet in the next stitch. Third single crochet. Fourth single crochet. Fifth single crochet. Work 3 single crochets in the last chain stitch, meaning all 3 in the same stitch. Then go back, continue working 1 single crochet per stitch. Work 5 single crochets. Join with a slip stitch in the first single crochet stitch. The first round is complete, now move on to the second round. Start with a beginning chain, then work a single crochet increase in the first stitch, meaning work 2 single crochets in the same stitch. Then work 1 single crochet per stitch, do 4 single crochets. Next, work a single crochet increase in the following stitch. Work 3 single crochets in the middle stitch. Work a single crochet increase in the next stitch, meaning 2 single crochets in the same stitch. Then work 1 single crochet per stitch, do 4. Work a single crochet increase in the last stitch. Go back to the first single crochet stitch, and join with a slip stitch, then move on to the third round. Work a single crochet increase. Then work 5 single crochets. Next, work a half double crochet, start by wrapping the yarn over the hook. Insert into the loop, pull through, and draw through all 3 loops at once to complete the half double crochet, then work a double crochet increase in the next stitch. Meaning work 2 double crochets in the same stitch, wrap the yarn around again, and pull through once. Continue pulling through once in each of the 2 loops, counting as 1 double crochet. Continue working another double crochet in the same stitch. Yarn over, insert, pull through 2 loops, then pull through another 2 loops. Complete the double crochet increase. The next stitch is also a double crochet increase. 1 double crochet, 2 double crochets. Next loop. Meaning work 3 double crochets in the center position. 3 double crochets correspond to 1 stitch. Work a double crochet increase here. Work 2 double crochets in 1 stitch. I won't go into details from now on. The stitch techniques used have already been explained. You can refer to the pattern chart for crocheting. Work 5 single crochets. Next, I'll mainly teach you how to start and some key points. Most importantly, we need to insert wire into the outermost round. Take 50 centimeters of wire, and insert it into the final round. Place it inside, between the loop and the fabric. Work a beginning chain, and secure it in place. Continue matching the stitch shown on the chart. Check the chart to see exactly which stitch to work. At the middle position, work 1 picket, start with 2 treble crochets. What is a treble crochet? A double crochet is wrapping once, a treble crochet is wrapping twice. Then work 1 treble crochet at the middle position. Sequentially pass through the first 2 loops, repeat this 3 times for a treble crochet. Continue passing through 2 loops, then 2 loops again. After working 2 treble crochets here, work 1 picket. What is a picket? Start with 3 chain stitches, then go back through the middle of the first chain stitch, wrap the yarn and pull through. There are 2 loops on the hook. Pass the left loop through the right one. 1 picket stitch is completed. Then continue working 2 treble crochets in the same stitch. Very simple. If you don't get it, just watch it a few more times and you'll figure it out. Then continue working double crochets, double crochet increases, and other stitches in the following stitches. When working the last round, make sure to hide the wire inside. It's basically just 1 picket stitch at the top, nothing else is difficult. Join with a slip stitch. Then cut it. 1 petal is now completed. First cut a piece of yarn, it has 4 strands, we'll separate one out. Separate 1 strand out. Thread it through here, then tie a knot with 2 strands like this. From the middle position at the bottom, there's a center line here. Turn the fabric over. Like this. Flatten the petal, there's a wire inside after all. After flattening, follow this vein and sew it onto the right side like this. On the wrong side, come back to the middle, then go through to the next vein, and come back to the middle again, so the right and wrong sides don't look odd. These petals aren't symmetrical. Come back to the middle again. It's up to your preference, you can space them out more, or keep them closer. Anyway, no 2 petals follow the exact same pattern. Just keep it natural. Then come back to the middle again, and try to hide those yarn tails underneath as much as possible. Take a look, this way both the right and wrong sides look nearly the same, without showing too many visible stitches. Then for this petal, we crochet this section like this. This yarn has a yellow section and a green section. The yellow-green part is used for crocheting leaves. The yellow part is used for making the center of the flower, about 1 to 2 centimeters like this. Back and forth, then take a wire, about the same width as the previous flower stem, at its middle position, then twist the wire tightly. Twist it tight so it doesn't come apart. You can pull it a bit, just about right. Then take the thread and cut all those yarn tails open. Then trim it a bit shorter and adjust its shape slightly. A small flower center is done like this. Next, we'll position this petal and the flower center. Arrange them a bit. Place it roughly in this position, measure a bit, then twist tight. Don't worry about it for now, wrap our green floral tape around it. As tight as possible. Like this. Wrap the floral tape all around, then adjust the flower's shape however you like. Just play with it however you want. Make it look like it's about to bloom, and that's our 5-petal flower done. Still using the same variegated yarn, take the green part. Just simple chain stitches, very easy. For this leaf, the first stitch doesn't count, crochet 3 chain stitches. We go through like this and complete 3 chains. Those 3 chain stitches look like a little caterpillar, we crochet 3, then finish the second one. Then continue crocheting. Cut the yarn directly at the end. These 3 chain stitches here are just to help us count easily. Then crochet 5 chain stitches. 5 chain stitches are enough. 5 chain stitches. Just crochet it this way. According to the needed quantity, we've crocheted many of these caterpillar-like pieces. Cut them down one by one. Remove the excess yarn tails, keep only the middle chain stitch parts. First, take a piece of wire for the 3 chain part. Fold it in half. After folding it in half, thread it through the middle chain stitch of the 3 chains. Make sure they go through with a yarn tail in between, and pull all the way through. Continue with the second one, still through the middle chain stitch of the 3 chains. Insert from left to right. Pull all the way through. Once these 2 are through, start twisting the wire tightly from the end. Twist it once around to secure it slightly, just 1 round is enough, then continue. For the third one, go slightly more through the middle part of the 3 chains. Next, continue with the 5 chain part. Still through the middle stitch. Thread through. Once there are 2 caterpillars on it, twist 1 more round. Pay attention that all the twisting directions are the same. You can choose either clockwise or counterclockwise. It doesn't really matter, but all the twists must go in the same direction, even when threading too. Be patient while threading. We'll attach all these little caterpillars onto the wire using this method. This is how we create beautiful fern-like leaves. Now I'll show you how to thread the pearl chain. First take the smallest pearl. Then fold back. Twist 1 round. After securing it in place, pick a bigger one randomly. And cover the starting position with it. Then thread the pearls on freely. Mix different sizes. There's no specific pattern, just follow your own preference. String 3 pearl strands with different lengths. And when you reach the end, leave 1 smallest pearl. Thread the smallest one on like this. Secure the position of the entire pearl chain, then thread the wire back through. You can pull tight like this, threading and tightening as you go. Secure the pearl chain in place, and now we'll start assembling the entire bouquet. First, let's decide the main flower is this long Phalaenopsis orchid. Wrap all the filler flowers, pom-poms, and leaves with floral tape. First join the main flowers together, then use roses, and various pom-poms and leaves as accents. Place the darker 5-petal flower at the bottom. Put the rubber plant leaf at the upper left. Place the calla lily at the upper right, making sure no flower covers it. This Phalaenopsis orchid is our main floral focus. Adjust the positioning while inserting new flowers into the bouquet. Place the petals one by one at the top. Once the main flower is set, we can use a piece of wire to secure it in place first. Make sure each flower is facing forward with its front side showing. Alternate between darker and lighter shades, creating a staggered look. Now we'll roughly secure each flower in its intended position. The rubber plant leaf is on the left side. The main flower stands out clearly, with various roses mixed in. When wrapping the wire around the first round, try not to make it too tight, so it's convenient for us to push inward and pull outward, adjusting the stems as needed. Do a bit of fine-tuning, and try to let the leaves show as well. Try to make every flower visible from the front. Then wrap the wire tightly. Tuck it in neatly. And make some slight adjustments. The pre-strung pearl strand can be added slightly below the flowers. Let's take a look. The decorative mohair can pass through the wire, then wrap it around the stem along with the wire. Check how it looks. We'll take 2 thin red ribbons of different lengths and stagger them apart. After passing through, continue finding the right spot to wrap it on. That's it, all our materials are now wrapped. Fix the flower stems. Right now they look messy. First, cut off the excess part at the bottom, then take out the green paper tape. Cover all the ugly parts completely. Be careful with the sharp end of the wire, don't let it hurt your hands. Tuck everything in nicely. At this point those making a vase arrangement can go ahead and place it in the vase. For those packing it as a bouquet, take out the wide red ribbon. Wrap it from the top all the way down to the end and cover it well. Then wrap it back up again. Tighten it. Wrap it upwards. Make sure to tighten it well, otherwise it will come apart. Tighten it as much as possible. Then we'll meet up with the part we left at the beginning. Tie a bow on the front side. Trim the excess and then seal it with a lighter. That's it, our bouquet is now ready.